Hi. Okay. So can you guys hear me out? No audio. All right. Guess I have to start again. All right. Okay. There has been some audio issues, but right now we just fix it. I'm gonna start over. So thanks guys for your patience for this one. I'm gonna start over to introduce our show for you today. Okay. Okay, in case you didn't know us, iChongqing is the official account in Chongqing, China. We have channels in YouTube, we have platforms, we have social media accounts on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Please follow us. We will bring you the authentic view and news from China. Okay. So on January 7th, the first day of this year's Spring Festival travel rush began, which is also known as the world's largest annual migration. This year, China's total passenger trips during the holiday are forecast to increase by 99.5% over the last year to about 2.1 billion. According to the country's Minister of Transport, it is a challenging travel rush on account of many uncertainties over the coronavirus and huge number of travelers. So the world is watching this, and we've got it covered from Chongqing here. And how's the migration going? After all, it is a 30 million population southwestern municipality in China. Also, we are really concerned about how do people feel when they are coming home after 3 years. It is really important to us to know this feelings from our people. And Nick is about to hit the Chongqing Jiangbei International Airport, and Jim is right now in Chongqing North Railway Station to show you the real-time report on this big event. So stick with us, stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe to us, okay? It's 11 o'clock in the morning in this city, so I hope you guys going to enjoy this show. So I'm going to start with Nick. Situated 19 kilometers north of the city center of Chongqing, the Chongqing Jiangbei International Airport is a major aviation hub for airlines in Western China, including multiple famous airlines in this country. After China's border reopened, I know there are so many people caring about how these airports handling the massive transportation. So let's get started with Nick.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi everyone. This is Nick from iChongqing. You can see that I am at Chongqing Jiangbei International Airport now. You can see the background behind me. I'm so happy to see the airport embracing hustle and bustle again due to the COVID policy optimization and the holiday season. According to the statistics, about how many daily how many daily passenger flights for one day. According to the airport, about 850 daily passenger flights are taking place in this airport. That means there are around 120,000 people will flock to the building, will flock to this airport every day. So how does the airport handle such a surge in flights and passengers? We're gonna find out. Later, one of my friends in the airport will join me. He will show us around the terminal. But first of all, as a traveler, I think the accessibility to the airport matters a lot because when I walk out of my apartment, I need to find a very convenient transportation option for me to get to the airport. And Chongqing Jiangbei International Airport has a transportation center which covers about 350,000 square meters. It offers various transportation options for the passengers. For example, taxis, city bus, subway, even the newly opened intercity railway. So wherever you live in Chongqing, it's very easy for you to get to the airport. And later I will enter the terminal and to show you how the travel rush in airport looks like. Go back to you, Echo.
Thank you, Nick. We are really looking forward to your trip today in this Jiangbei International Airport. We know this airport has playing a really important role in China's aviation hubs. And we are getting back to James' camera because he is also in the transportation hub in Chongqing, the Chongqing North Railway Station, which is the oldest but one of the famous railway station there. So, what's going on there, James?
I've come to a very familiar place, and Chongqing North Railway Station is actually not too far away from where I live. It's about a 10 to 15-minute drive, and actually I do use this station on a regular basis. Like we've discussed before in the past, I have a lot of experience with the train stations in Chongqing. So when I first arrived in Chongqing, of course, I came through the old Taiyuanba, which is now closed for redevelopments. But yeah, from this station, you can travel to many places over China. So of course, you can go to Chengdu, you can go to Guangzhou, go to Beijing, go to Shanghai, and also other regional cities in Chongqing, right from this station. This morning in the square, there were already quite a lot of people around, and inside, as we're going to see a little bit later, we've also got lots of people waiting in there for their trains. During the sorry about that. So during the Spring Festival, we're going to be having almost about 2.8 million people using this station. And we're going to be interviewing. Hopefully, we're going to be chatting with some of the volunteers and some of the workers here, and also some of the travellers. That's what I'm really looking forward to in a little while, is the opportunity to go onto the platform. And there's going to be the G8506 train that runs between Chongqing North and Chengdu East. And it's going to be on the platform for about 20 to 30 minutes. So when the time comes, we're going to go through the checkpoints and then down onto the platform, and hopefully go onto the train, show you what it's like in there, and maybe even talk a little bit with some of the crew. So yeah, stick with us, and it's going to be a really exciting morning here.
All right. Still really looking forward to your trip in North Rail Station. So we have some friends are coming up for this show. I know they have been waiting. So have you guys been watching the show that we produced yesterday? About the RCEP 1 year anniversary. It was really a great show with great information, with great guests presenting their insights about this national strategy. I hope you guys enjoyed our show recently. And I'll get back to Nick because I can see he has entered the station already. So Nick, hi.
Yes, yes. Actually, now I have switched my camera because I'm gonna meet my friend in the airport. He will join us and show us around the terminal to introduce you all the facilities in the terminal and how Chongqing International Airport handle such a surge in the travel rush. So without further ado, he will show up.
Okay, so I have before that. Okay, hi, hello,
Hi, hello, Echo.
hi.
I'm
Can
Victor
you?
Chen from the marketing department of the Chongqing Airport. Today, I'm gonna be your tour guide to show you around the airport. So, Nick, come on, let's go.
Yeah, I will follow you.
Yes, now we are entering the terminal building.
Mhm.
And Chongqing Airport is 19 kilometers away from the city center, with an overall planning area of 36.7 square kilometers and the flight zone class of 4F. Yeah, and the Chongqing Airport has three runways, and which is 3,300, 3,600, and 3,800 meters, making it the first one with three runways in the Middle West China.
That's really cool. So we can see that the class of Chongqing Airport is 4F. That is the top class in ICAO code classification. That means Chongqing Airport can handle a very huge amount of passengers even during the travel rush.
Yes, indeed. And now we are entering the a departure hall of the Chongqing Airport, Terminal 3. And the Chongqing Airport has three terminals, has a total of 7,030,000 square meters, which is one of the biggest terminal in China when it's put into use at that time. And for me,
I think I have seen the Chongqing area.
yes, and currently Chongqing Airport have five check-in islands, and island B is for international flights, and island 3F, 3G, and 3H and 3J is for domestic flights. And what is very special, so for me, Nick, special is our check-in island 3J. 3J is a fully automated check-in island. That means passengers they can self-print their boarding pass and their baggage strip within 2 minutes, which is very convenient for the passengers.
Well, I say it so that if you don't want to wait in the queue, you can just come here 3J and to print your boarding pass independently through the machine. I think it's very convenient and
Yes.
intelligent.
See, currently now there's a passenger who is printing his boarding pass and with the help of our staff.
Yeah. If you come to this airport for first time and don't know how to handle this machine, there are some staff nearby. You can ask for their assistance and they will show you in detail.
Yes, it's very convenient, and we to care about our passengers.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's move forward.
Okay, we have Nick. I'm sorry. We have a comment is question about vaccines required to enter as foreigners. Can you explain it to our audience?
Sorry, what's the question again?
The question I put it on the screen.
So vaccines required to enter as foreigner, you mean for international inbound travelers to Chinese mainland? What
I think
is there
so.
any requirement for the vaccines? 如果他入境的旅客需要
疫苗。
疫苗的
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, this depends on the regulations from our border control department. And I strongly suggest the travelers they can ask information from their airlines and get the information from them. And also they can read some information and also the latest document from the Chinese border control department. And they will get the latest news.
Because now the policy is being optimized by each passing day. So if you want to come to China, you can ask for the border control for the latest information. But as for now, if you come to China, you don't have to be when you arrive at Chinese mainland. You don't have to be quarantined or get a test, get a nucleic AC test after you get off your aircraft. So
I
that yeah, that's a very good policy now. It means that restrictions are eased so that it has already facilitated more flights for more international flights newly opened and more international travelers now they are coming to China.
yes,
Okay,
and
so thank you, Nick and Wenchang. I'm gonna have to put on James on the screen because he has been waiting for on outside the station for so long, and I will keep you guys working. Okay, and I will ask you guys to introduce this really fascinating airport and the policy and your great service for the passengers later. Okay, I'm gonna ask James to do this. Thank you for answering this really important policy questions from minor thread. I think he has been commenting on a really important issue that everybody is concerning about the vaccine requirements when foreigners enter cross the border and enter China. Thank you for that. And so, how is your trip, James? What are you going to show us today? What's your route today, James?
Okay, the basic route I'm following, I'm in the main square outside Chongqing North at the moment. Kind of next to me here, we've got a young volunteer who's going to be telling us a little bit about her expectations for the spring travel season. And then after that, we're going to go inside, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to get in now. So in the past, I remember they had these big tents up, and you had to spend a lot of time doing health checks. But now, literally, we just go straight in the building through security, and then you can go to your checkpoint to go down to the platform and particular train you're taking that day. And then, of course, after that, we're going to go down. We're going to go to the platform, and we're going to see the G8506 train to Chengdu North. It's going to be on the platform for about half an hour, and we're going to have enough time to go inside, meet the crew, and I can show you a little bit about what it's like. But now there's somebody I want you to meet, and also thank you very much for your the comments to our audience. So thanks very much for following, and if you have any questions, you're perfectly welcome to ask at any time. So over here we have the lovely Miss Wang, and she told me when I met her a few minutes ago that you're actually a teenage volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have an English name?
Maybe Lucy.
Lucy.
My medical English name.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so Lucy, what made you want to be a volunteer at Chongqing North Railway Station?
Oh, because with a volunteer, I can improve myself and achieve my value during activity. I can help others, give others warmth and care, and also warmth ourselves.
Okay, and you are university students, right?
Yeah,
So you're on your winter holiday now?
yeah.
So what are your duties during the Spring Festival season here?
Spring festival seasons, and during the day we stand on the square and pay attention to the people who are in need of help and give their and show their answer their questions and show the directions they want to go and just like this.
Yeah, and how long have you been working here as a volunteer?
And from the work start, I have been working for 5 days already.
Great, and what have you enjoyed about this so far?
Yeah. Also, although it's a little bit tired, however, when I help others, I can feel myself. I am very happy too.
Yeah, okay, so feel very content, contented about working here. Yeah, okay. So thank you very much, and maybe see you again later. Thank you. Okay, let's say bye-bye. Yeah, okay. So at this point, I think we're about ready to enter the station. So now we can just see what a simple process that is now. Yeah, and like I said, in the past we had a lot of health checks to get in, but now, as I experienced, I think only last week I took a train from Chongqing North to Wushan, which is the far northeastern station, northeastern county of Chongqing, and yeah, the whole process was just very simple, very convenient, and also the the ticketing system they have here I really like. You can buy your tickets As most people I imagine here do themselves. They can just use like a mobile application, and then you can just swipe your ID card, or if you open the app, you can get like a QR code and scan yourself into the station. So really now it's a very simple process.
Okay, James, I want to know, is this your first time to report this human migration, 春运, in Chongqing?
Yeah, it definitely is not the first time in this format. I mean, I've written articles about the Spring Festival travel season before, yeah, but I think that doesn't really compare to today, where you can really get onto the ground and show people firsthand what's going on.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna ask you about your expectation on your next journey, because I know that the reopening policy has been changed and everybody wanted to travel everywhere. I know you are a big traveler, so do you have any plans on your travel or journey this year later, or do you
Well,
prefer?
since things have really opened up, um, since things have like really opened up, I've already been on quite a lot of trips around Chongqing. I also went to Guizhou province 3 weeks ago. Had a fantastic journey around Guiyang and the far northwestern parts of that province. Yeah, then actually this coming weekend I'm going to be taking a trip to Beijing. Because it's kind of a family reason, because my elder daughter is going to be traveling back to the UK to attend school there. So we're going to be taking her to Beijing, and then after she's off her way on her flight, then just being checked at security here.
Oh,
Okay,
so it's
yeah.
really
So we're going to
smoothly.
be so we're going to be flying to Beijing on Saturday, and then actually for the return journey, I've booked a trip on a bullet train on the Gautier, which actually from Beijing all the way to Chongqing is only going to take 6 hours and 46 minutes. So really, that's super convenient. The short time of that journey is really startling, because as we know, Beijing is quite a long distance away from Chongqing, of course.
Yeah, yeah. So did you prefer taking planes or taking trains in China when you are traveling?
Really, it depends on the particular journey. So if we're talking about a regional trip, whether it's to Guiyang, to Chengdu, to Xi'an, yeah, then for me the top choice is definitely going by the bullet train. If it's a bit like really far, kind of like far northeast, northwest, or you have a sea crossing, like if you go to Hainan Island in the south, yeah, then I'll probably say maybe the airplane is a better choice. But if I have a lot of time available, and I'm very relaxed, then sometimes I even really like taking the old traditional green train. So these services are still available to some cities, such as Guangzhou and Beijing, and even as far as Harbin. Yeah, so if we have like maybe like 24 hours or 30 hours available, and you're not really fussed about getting somewhere quickly, then even like the traditional trains, I still find in China like a really, really cool experience.
Yeah, we can see that from all your reports and your videos and your content on iChongqing, and we can see you've been traveling in this country and in Chongqing, every district, all the time, in reporting those amazing informations for us. So you are showing your present location at the waiting hall, right? You are already entered the
Yeah.
waiting hall. We can see there are really crowded people there. So how is the station handling the travelers' volume this year for this training?
Okay, so they've taken like a number of measures. So obviously, as we've just experienced, the process of getting into the station is very convenient. Then of course, we've got a lot of staff available in we've got a lot of staff available in the ticket office. We've got 55 people staffing the limits, because of course some people, not everybody depending on who you are, has on the mobile phones, or is on the using them. So we've got of staff that are still operating. And this is also very useful as well. So this is one of the automatic ticketing machines. So of course we have a lot of these in the ticketing booth, but we also have them available in the station. And really, you can do lots of things with this. You can buy tickets. Okay, so maybe if you come into the waiting area here, you already have one. But if you have a future journey, like anywhere in China, you can use this. And you can also do other things. You can have ticket printouts, receipts, inquiries. So really, you have a lot of these all over the station, and that's really made things a lot more convenient. Of course, we just met Miss Wang just outside. We have lots of volunteers and staff available. So people who come here, let's say people who are not familiar with Chongqing, they can come here, and there are lots of people available to help them. And also, I did read as well. They have special kind of like kiosks and staff available who can help the elderly as well, because sometimes you can find people that might be struggling, carrying their luggage, or might be a little confused exactly where to go or what the procedures are. So we have lots of people on hand to come and help them. Yeah, so really they've taken a lot of measures here to kind of make the process, the Spring Festival travel season, a lot smoother. And also one final thing I'll say as well, because I think like in past years, the travel season has been quite compact. But here in Chongqing, they've kind of gone into the Spring Festival travel season, that mode of working about 10 days in advance. So it started on the 7th of January. So I think that's also kind of had the effect that it's staggered people's departures a little bit. So we're not having we're not having like the scenes where the station is like really crowded, and it's kind of like difficult to move around. So as you can see here, I mean there are lots of people here, but the station itself is really well designed. It's really spacious. There's lots of room. There are lots of amenities. Yeah, so if you come here, then I think your journey is going to go very smoothly.
Thank you, James. We can see that the station has been working in a really well organized system to deal with the Chunyun. And the whole station, from what I just informed, the whole station is expected to send 6.3 million passengers, average daily 158,000, an increase of 951,000 or 17.8% compared to the same period in 2022 Spring Festival migration. And this number has been brought us returned to 87.5% of 2019. This is a really impressive number because it shows how this country, how this city is coming back for its energy, for the vibrant vibes. Everybody just wanted to go home. Everybody just wanted to, go to their loved ones. And from Jim's view, we can see there are so many works that can do for to deal with those increasingly passengers volume. So thank you, James, for bringing us those information. Please keep on showing us the situation and the circumstances in your area. And I know you have to catch up with the train, with the bullet train, and it's really a rush hour for you. And I'm going back to Nick's camera. Nick, hi.
Yeah, we're here again. You can see that a lot of people are in the terminal hall, and we can see trees are in front of the chicken counter. So, Winchang, could you share with us more about the facts and figures of the airport during travel rush?
Yes, of course. According to our statistics, it is expected to reach 130,000 passengers a day for peak day during this holiday rush. And the total number of this holiday rush could reach 5 million, which is a
Wow,
huge number of this spring festival.
that's quite a lot.
Yes.
In some place, I will join the people. I will join the travel rush to go home. So, I've always believed that the aircraft are like time machines because within several hours, I can be somewhere else. I can be somewhere else. So I'm so curious that how many destinations can I reach from this airport?
Well, that's a good question. And until the end of last year, Chongqing Airport operated a total of 354 routes, including 245 domestic routes and 109 international routes, connecting 80 cities in 36 countries on 5 continents.
Wow, so many numbers. It's so
Which
excellent.
demonstrates that Chongqing has a very good connection to the world.
Yeah, agree. These days there is a term is very a term called revenge travel is very popular. It broadly describes that a lot of people, a huge amount of people, they are eager travelers. They want to make up their times and experiences lost to the pandemic. So, so you can see that many people in China during the festival, they're not only go to their hometowns, but some of them are planning their travels throughout China, across China to the many popular cities. So we want to know that what else the airport can provide and to facilitate the smooth process of the passengers when they come to the airport. Later, we will show you some lovely services. For example, the volunteers and even some experiences that you can have after the security screening. So without further ado, we will move forward and to show you some incredible services that the airport provides.
Oh, well, Nick, there's one thing I need to add that is our international market, just like I said, is recovering right now. So currently, Chongqing Airport has already relaunched the direct flights, fly to Rome, Madrid, and Budapest. And in Asia area, we have already had flights to Seoul, Ho Chi Minh City, and of course Singapore, Bangkok. So I believe in the near future, our international network will be fully recovered. And at that time, the passengers, they can fly to the places they want to go and they can fly all over the world.
Wow, that's really good. Now we can see that a lot of international flights are taking off in Chongqing Airport so that you can have more options for your holiday getaway. You can just buy a ticket to fly to some South Asian countries or some countries you just mentioned.
Yes.
I think with more and more international flights reopened in Chongqing, and we can experience more travel experiences outside China. And I've always been a wanderlust. As a travel maniac, I welcome more and more international flights because this can, help us to explore the world. And at the same time, it can save us some time cost. We don't have to transfer in other cities so that we can go to our destinations with the least time. At the same time, I think this will in turn attract more international tourists to Chongqing. It's a very good way to improve Chongqing's global reputation, I think.
Yes, of course. And as you know, Chongqing is
I'm
famous
gonna
for
ask
its tourism.
Nick. I'm gonna ask you guys to speak a little bit louder because there's kind of some, the announcing voice in your background. I'm gonna ask you guys to speak a little bit louder. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, no
Thank you.
problem. We just mentioned that there
the
are,
international network.
yeah, Chongqing Airport enjoys a
Yeah,
huge
and
international
another thing about this, just back to what you have said, is about the hottest destination during the Spring Festival. You know, the Chongqing people, they like to go to some places with warmer temperature. So, like the Hainan Island and Yunnan and also Guangxi are their favorite destinations. And during this Spring Festival, some passengers they also like to go to the northern part of China to enjoy the snow and to exercise some, the ice sports and the snow activities. I think this is a very new trend of the Chongqing people's traveling habits.
Yeah, afterward, the holiday season is here, so people can either go to their hometowns for the family reunion, or they can choose to travel across China, no matter to the southern part or the northern part, to enjoy different kinds of fun in
Yes.
China. I think that's the benefit or the bonus of China's huge territory, because we have different kinds of climate, and during the winter you can go to the warmer places to enjoy a comfortable winter. And from Chongqing you can achieve that, you can make it happen, because the airport enjoys a huge network connects both in Chinese cities or also international cities.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. So please keep on showing us this situation in your area. I'm returning back to James because he has been waiting to get on the high-speed railway. Hi, James.
Yeah, hi guys. Okay, so we're in the queue. So our train, the G8506 to Chengdu East, is just about ready for checking. So we can see there's a big queue of people right behind me, and I can tell that this train is probably going to be full because if we have a look here, the queue starts right from the check booths over there, goes all the way back, almost to the other side of the hall. So there are lots of people here, but like I said, it was still very orderly in here. I think people have got their seats, so there's not really any sense that people are really wanting to climb over each other to go get onto that train. But I suppose if we walk over here, we might be able to have a word with one or two of them. So we've got two young chaps over here, so perhaps we'll have a quick word with them. 你好，
你好，
请问一下，今天是要去成都吗？
对对对，
你是不是要回家过年吗？
不是，我是去成都玩旅游。
Oh, okay. So my friend over here is travelling to Chongqing East. This is just for just like for personal travel. So can you speak English?
Little.
A little. So what do you want to see in Chengdu?
I don't know. I just wanna have a journey, but I wish 我希望就是比较轻松。I wish I have a time, relaxing time.
Okay. And do you find going to Chengdu by train is a good choice?
It's okay. It's not. It don't take me too long time.
Okay. So it's about 1 hour on the train to Chengdu.
2 hours.
Okay, so this one is about 2 hours. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you have a really good time. Okay. And we can just see on the board behind me there are two trains listed, and I was actually curious about something. So the train that we're going to be checking out is the G8506, and the one that leaves a little bit later from this same checkpoint goes to Guangzhou South, and that is the D1881. And I did ask, what actually is the difference between the G and the D named trains? So the G stands for Gaotie, which is kind of like the high speed rail. So those are like the really fast trains, the one that can go 200-300 kilometers an hour. And the D is like the Dongchezu in Chinese, which kind of just means like the kind of like the fast train, but it's maybe not quite as fast, maybe 1 to 200 kilometers an hour. But nevertheless, those speeds are still really good. Okay, so we've got a very keen guy over here. So maybe we can have a few words. 请问一下，你是要去成都吗？
成都。
成都，要回成都过年吗？
对。
Okay. So our friend over here. So yeah, 请问一下您贵姓啊？
我姓陈。
Okay, yeah. So we're talking with Mr. Chen at the moment. So he is going back to Chengdu to spend the new year. 那你觉得来到重庆北和坐那个动车的体验怎么样嘛？你感觉喜不喜欢嘛？
兴奋，很好。
那你觉得坐动车回家有哪些优点呢？
高兴吗？对。
那你觉得坐火车回老家有哪些好的地方啊？你觉得有哪些好处？
这个好处。这个好。
Yeah. Okay.
Any gifts for his family or something?
所以有没有给家人朋友准备什么礼物呢？ 也是，在过年没有什么要送的吗？
没有，要回去再买嘛。
他是从 Can you
哦，要回成都再买。
对，拿嘛，是不是？
是。Yeah, okay, yeah. So he is going back to Chengdu. We did ask him if he is preparing some gifts, but he said I think he's going to buy them actually when he returns to Chengdu. And if you actually have a look, I think his suitcase is already packed with personal belongings.
Thank you, James. Thanks for this really well covering in this station. And when are you planning to get on the train? Did you have to wait on a line or something?
Yeah, so we've had a word with them in advance. So once they start allowing people down onto the platform, we might be able to kind of like cut in front a little bit and get on the train. But yeah, I think we should be going there like any moments now.
Okay. So I'm gonna wait for you to enter this gate and to catch up with the train. Okay, is that possible for our audience?
Yeah, okay, that's no problem at all. And of course, if the audience has any questions, yeah, they're welcome to ask. Okay, so I can see some activity behind me. So it looks like people are starting to go down onto the platform. So yeah, we're going to go with the staff here, and we're going to go check out the bullet train down on the platform.
That's really amazing. Okay, guys. When Jim is entering the station and doing his going on a journey, we have a video about this bullet train that produced by Alex, our great content creator, and also Lindsay. Can you see that our girl? She is being live streaming on our Instagram platform, Instagram account. So please follow her content for iChongqing. Okay.
Please check your tickets at ticket office or servers counter.
So do you guys have any questions before I play this video from Alex? You can ask anything. You can ask anything about the station, about
各位旅客，你们好。开往成都东方向的高8506次列车已经开始检票了。有乘坐高8506次列车的旅客，请到18B、19B 检票口检票进站，下楼梯到18站台上车。
one by one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Passengers for train G8506, please go to
Okay,
for
can
train.
you answer this question for our audience? How much is the bullet train ticket?
Okay, it depends a little bit what class of journey you take. I mean, go to Chengdu East. I'm not quite sure offhand. I think the cheapest tickets, let's say if you have one of the hard seats, which are actually still very comfortable, then it's not going to be that expensive. It might be maybe around 100 yuan. Yeah, then after that, if you want to, you can what I call hard seats. Actually, they call here the second seats. If you want to go a little bit more comfort, you also have the first class seat. So I think probably going to Chengdu, you're probably looking around getting on close to 300 or and for some of these, you'll have business class or premium class. They're usually a bit more expensive, more as well. So I reckon business class might be around 500 to 600 RMB. Yeah, but if you take a second class ticket, yeah, they're still very comfortable. I still really like taking them. And in fact, for the return trip from Beijing next Monday, the hard seater or the second class ticket from Beijing all the way to Chongqing was about 870 RMB or something like that. Yeah, so from my perspective, the bullet trains here, they're not only very fast, they're very convenient, very comfortable, but I think they're also very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
女士们、先生们，你们好。开往贵州方向的快687次列车即将开始检票，有乘坐快687次列车的旅客，请您到22。
They built what? You are not going to believe what we're going to deliver in today's video and what China is going to deliver. This is truly remarkable. This is one of the most amazing rail links you will ever see. And yes, they did it. They pulled it off and spent billions of dollars doing it. That's right, they put a high-speed rail link through the Three Gorge area, which can handle trains going at speeds of 350 kilometers an hour. That's right, blasting through mountain ranges, you name it. We're about to show it to you right now. This is a mega city of over 30 million people. Go down in history as one of the most amazing rail lines on Earth. I give you the Zhengzhou Chongqing high-speed railway. Let me explain why this miracle infrastructure was designed. I'm going to start by telling you a little story of how we got to this part in history. I'm standing here in front of the Chongqing North Railway Station line. This is a green train. This is how people used to travel. I actually took this green train from this very station. Now, for all of you, it went really well, and it was an amazing expedition, an amazing time to travel. Now, these trains only do about 120 kilometers an hour. Just 15 years ago, this was the standard way of how to take a train here. But now, things have drastically changed. If you're not aware, but by the end of 2021, China had more than 40,000 kilometers of high-speed rail, HSR we call it. Now they have the longest HSR network in the world. So, as China has proven in the past, it won't let the most complex terrain get in its way. It's moved mountains and built more bridges in some cities in your own country.
So we can hear James has already arrived. I'm sorry, I'm gonna, pause the video playing because James has already arrived at the station. Right?
Yeah, okay, so we're already down on the platform and we can see the bullet train to Chengdu East has now pulled in. Okay, and hopefully, it is my expectation, we're going to be able to go inside and take a look. Although I don't want to keep a close eye on the time because, of course, I don't want to. Well, of course, Chengdu is great, but we don't want to go there this morning. Okay, so okay, so in a moment we're going to go inside and hopefully talk to some people. 可以进去吧?
This is first class.
This is first class. 可以看一下吧?
You can read it.
Okay, excellent. So I can quickly show you. So on one side here, around the front, kind of the front carriage of the train. So we have the cockpits right here. So these are the second class seats here. So as we can see, like seats like this,这个是二等座嘛? Yeah. So these are like second class seats here. But as we can see, they're very comfortable. Like I said, maybe I can take a seat before the owner for this trip comes. Yeah. So you have lots of space. You got space to stretch out my legs here. It's great to look out of the window. Yeah, and you can see all of the passengers, looking very comfy. We've got lots of racks up here to put your belongings. Yeah, so really the seats here are really good value. Just in front of me over here. Oh yeah, 你好。谢谢打个招呼吗？你是回成都回家吗？
我是去荣昌的。
Oh, you go back to 荣昌。会不会英文吗？Excuse me, but okay. So
英文太差了。
Okay. So our food here is going to 荣昌。是回去过年吗？
回去过去过年后节，我们那边做达人直播，然后做年后节的。
Oh, okay. Yeah. So go back there to go do some work. 你真的很喜欢坐动车吗？
对的，其实动车坐着很舒适嘛，然后又平稳又快。这是高铁，应该。
这是高铁，对的，你说错了。Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, okay. So he was basically, saying what I've been speaking on this broadcast as well. He really enjoys taking the bullet train to Chengdu, although he's going to Dongchang on this particular trip. So he's going to be going there to do some live streams, do some work. And he also thinks that it's very cozy in here, also very convenient. On the other side here, we've got some. These are the premium, or if you like, the business class seats. So hopefully they won't mind me coming to disturb them for a few moments. I'm just going to show you what it's like. But actually, I've also ridden in this class before, and the seats may be that little bit bigger. And also here we only have a total of 8 seats. So if you want, kind of a little bit of extra privacy, want somewhere very quiet, yeah, then this is also like a very good, choice.
Okay, thank you, James, for this really great covering. I want to know, do they do any, cleaning and disinfection work? Because it's really important when you stop at the station and everybody's out and you're waiting for any passenger there. Must be the disinfection work to stop the virus being expanding.
Yeah, sure. So I did one of the measures that they've taken, but they still have the the prevention measures, still in mind. So I did read that at the station. They are disinfecting every day. I suppose behind me here, we now have one of the workers, one of the crew on the train. So maybe I can ask him this question and see what he says. 请问一下，就是说这个车厢，就说每次就说都要消一次毒吗？
对，是的。
啊，这个过程是什么表面都要消毒吗？
每个座位下都要喷洒。
就是来喷洒为主的。还有其他的什么防控措施在车厢里面呢？
有时候然后扶手要抹一下，然后厕所每次要消毒，然后更换，然后要擦抹玻璃扶手。
Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, so as our train worker was our crew member in here was saying, so for every trip, so this particular train runs just between Chongqing North and Chengdu East. So we're saying that they have a disinfectant spray, so they spray all of the seats. Then they also have cleaners who come through and they wipe down all of these glass surfaces like the windows, utensils, and also the bathroom. Yeah, so even though we have a big passenger volume come over the next couple of weeks, yeah, I have a lot of confidence that this is going to be done in a very safe and orderly manner.
Thank you, James. This is really a great journey, and we can see that people are really satisfied and feeling comfortable and convenient and confident about taking on this train. And no matter they are coming home or just going to another places for work, for meet somebody, and it's really amazing to see you doing that for us. So I'm glad that we can get off the train before it just running again.
Yeah, so I was a little bit relieved, because I can't actually see what the exact time is. So I was worried that the automatic doors were closed. Once that happens, there's no getting off.
Yeah. Doors closed, and you will be streaming with us in Chengdu.
Yeah, so I'll be in Chengdu in about 1 hour.
Yeah, and I'm getting back to Nick. Thank you, James. I'll keep you wandering on the station. And so, hi, Nick. Hey guys, Nick and Victor, right? We can hear you. Here.
In airport at the market and how has forward.
I'm sorry, Nick. I don't think we can hear you really clear.
Okay, I will put my arm closer so you may see my big place. Don't be mind. Actually, I was impressed by people in the roadway and also in the airport. You can see a lot of passengers too. So this year, the airport has put forward with many measures to ensure a smooth process for the passengers when they are in the airport. And we can see many ladies. They are wear pink ribbons. We're gonna do a mini interview with them and ask what they do to promote a better process for the the passengers. And now I'm gonna invite the ladies to join our live stream. Hello，现在就是我们想知道的就是，现在我们看到机场有很多像您这样就带着粉红丝带的，您可以告诉我们你们具体负责的是什么吗？这个服务具体是什么，包括什么？
我们主要是主动帮助那些老弱病残孕，还有一些第一次那个乘机的旅客，还有在现场的一些现场的问询工作。
Oh, so I think this service is really considerate, and I think Victor can help us translate what the lady just said.
Please
This
speak a
has
little bit
staff.
louder.
Okay, there's staff from our airport, and they are here to accept consultations from the passengers, and they are help those, especially those who are elders and who came to the airport for their first time.
That's really sweet. So, for example, when I took my first air travel, like 5 or 6 years ago, I was totally lost. I was trying to find a consultation counter, but I was still lost in the process to find this counter. But now, in the airport, we can see many airport staff. They are wearing the pink ribbon, so it's very easy for us to see them in the in the airport, so that when we have any problems, you can just ask them for help.
Yes.
This is really sweet, I think.
Yes.
And as we know that these days we can see a huge recovery of the flights in Chongqing Airport. So could you give us more about the recovery?
Okay, of course. Well, currently the domestic market of the Chongqing Airport has recovered to 80% of that before the pandemic. And it's, just like what I said, the international market is steadily recovering right now. So we can say, I think maybe in the 3 or 2 months' time, the total passenger throughput of the airport came back to the normal time.
Wow. So it's a very good news with the steady recovery. People in Chongqing can go to other places to travel across China as well as internationally. And even after the travel rush pass, we can still maintain this good momentum for the Chinese people, especially Chongqing citizens, to whether to go to other places for business travel or their own tour, or even to meet their relatives abroad. So we can see that now the festive vibes and the holiday boom are surrounding this place. I'm so happy to see that. As a traveler, I'm also I also appreciate that everyone who works in aviation industry, they are really need our, they deserve a thumbs up, because during the holiday season, during the festival, they've been not able to make it home for this family reunion. But with their assistance and their dedication, millions of Chinese people, including me, can fly back to our family so that we can spend a lovely time with our family members during the festival. So I think the aviation staff, as well as the people who works for the high-speed railway station, they are the unsung heroes.
Yeah.
I think hats off to them all.
I think that's what we do. So I think that's all right.
Well, you are doing a very incredible work. I think so. When you are in the airport, don't be rushed and don't be too strict with the staff. So for those who come to the airport for the first time, so Victor, do you have any tips for them?
Well, here I have 3 small advices for the passengers who come to airport for their first time. The first one is during the holiday rush, I strongly suggest that travelers they can arrive the airport 2 hours before their flight's departure time, and to save enough time for their boarding procedures. And secondly, I strongly suggest that the passengers they check their luggage before their departure, especially those forbidden items like fireworks. You know, because the Chinese people they like to bring fireworks home when this time. So fireworks are strictly forbidden during this time at the airport and also on the flight. And thirdly, I suggest that travelers they should wear the face mask during the whole time when they're boarding, when they're on in the flight, and wearing the facial mask in case of the infections.
Yeah, thanks for your advice. And you can see that we are wearing the mask because we want to avoid unnecessary infections and to keep our health, and we don't want to cause any trouble for others. And during the festival, more and more people will pull into the airport. So we will see that the airport now is put forward with many good measures and services to ensure that the tourists and the passengers they can have a good experience whether when they are start their journey from Chongqing or they land in Chongqing. Well, I think during this Spring Festival travel rush, we will see an orderly and safe, and all we can see the whole process in the aviation in the airport will undergoing with order and safety.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. And we can see we have our loved one, Ken, is commenting about their airport roof in St. Louis leaks and they have to get those mops out to dry the floors after it rains. That's really kind of a sad story, Ken. We feel sorry for you. We hope your airport is getting better soon, so you can take the airline to fly to Chongqing and to visit this amazing city. So, do you have anything else to share with us, Nick and Victor?
I think
Or is
we
it that's
want.
it?
I think that's all for the introduction of the airport.
Yes, yes.
At
And I
last,
think that what's more, and you need to come to the airport and you need to find out yourself. So I hope everyone could come to Chongqing in the future and to see this magnificent uh, building and to enjoy our services.
yeah, we wish everyone a very wonderful journey during the travel rush, and hope you have a very happy New Year.
Yes. Happy Spring Festival and have a wonderful journey home.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, gentlemen, for reporting these from the North Rail Station and the airport. Besides the airport and the North Station, the other passenger hubs are busy with the Chunyuan as well. Chongqing West Railway Station is expected to send 2.09 million passengers, and the Shapingba Station is expected to send 320.500. And we have a video. We always are playing. We already played this video from Alex, so I'm gonna play it in the rest of it in the end of our show. I've been reported on the Chunyun topic last year, so I feel really related to this event personally. Today, I'm just really glad to see how these homes are working very well organized for the passengers to make them come home safely with pleasure. Thank you, Nick and Victor and James, for this great covering in the Chongqing Jiangbei International Airport and in the Chongqing North Railway Station about how they're handling this increasingly passenger volume and how they've been taking efforts on, ensuring those passengers great journey for coming home or just going to other places on their great journeys. We know that the reopening in China brought challenges to everybody in every city. For the last 3 years, the world was witnessing the sacrifice and effort that this country has put on with fighting the COVID. China is a huge country with different types of urban and rural forms. Geographically, conditions and economically level, industrials and cultures, they are totally different. The development situation and resource distribution gap is huge between many areas in China. So does the medical technology. This was one of the reasons why Chinese government has been highly responsive for its people and adopted the dynamic zero COVID policy, which saved many people's lives here and stopped the virus from further expanding the scope of infection worldwide. Now we are reopened to the new challenge and there are new hopes, new opportunities for us. Please keep on supporting us by liking and sharing this live stream video and subscribing to us. I have 2 live stream later this month, connecting with Mexico and another sister city with Chongqing. So I'll be seeing you guys next time. Thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys could get to know China about this huge human migration yearly a little bit. And I'm really grateful for our journalists outside. It's really cold outside and I'm really grateful for their covering in the station, in the airport. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.
See you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Just to improve the speed of these rail lines, can you imagine traveling through the Gorge mountain range at a record speed of 350 kilometers an hour? Well, we're going to show that to you today. The Zhengzhou-Chongqing high-speed railway starts in Zhengzhou City in the Henan province. It connects existing Chongqing-Wangzhou Railway and ends at Chongqing City. The total length is over 1,060 kilometers. It's an essential part of China's 8 vertical and 8 horizontal high-speed railway network. So in the past, it took about 20 hours to travel from Chongqing to Beijing by ordinary train. And by high-speed rail, it took about 10 hours. Now with the new line between Zhengzhou and Guangzhou, it's been reduced to just 7 hours. The saved time is derived from a new line that is totally different from the past. The newly built section of this railway in Chongqing goes through Wushan County, Fengji County, Yuan County, and Wenzhou District, namely the Three Gorge Reservoir area. Now, the topography of the Three Gorge Reservoir area is complex and changeable, as well as in engineering geological conditions. This makes it extremely difficult. The construction of this line is full of challenges. Cities in the Three Gorge Reservoir area thrive on water and abundance of precipitation, which has created a series of large rivers. The first challenge of the high-speed rail is to cross them with several types of designs. The Chongqing section of the Zhengzhou-Guangzhou high-speed railway has 32 bridges with a total length of 10 kilometers.
郑渝高铁就是重庆境内一共有32座桥梁，整个桥长是10.8公里，其中这个设计施工难度比较高的有4座，分别是这个奉节梅溪河特大桥、巫山大令河大桥、汤溪河大桥，还有彭溪河大桥。梅溪河这个大桥全长是688.3米，主跨采用了是340米的钢筋混凝土拱，最大的墩高是74米。现在是目前中国时速350公里高速铁路这个无载轨道桥梁里面最大跨度的。它是2017年4月开工，然后2021年3月完工，整个这个施工工期是47.5个月。
To reach the mountain cities, the high-speed railway needs to pass through Wushan, Qiwushan, and other huge mountains. So 27.5 tunnels with a total length of 169.7 kilometers have been dug. accounting for 92.3% of the railway, which is named the high-speed railway subway style.
新修的这一段的这个隧道的总长呢是169.728公里，27.5座隧道，隧道占比呢是在92.31%。一级风险隧道呢就是那个小三峡隧道，主要的问题呢还是盐融水的问题。这个主要进口段它是穿祁园山背溪，它的这个盐融水是特别发育的，极端天气下最大用水量呢450万方每天。
The proportion of bridges and tunnels in Chongqing section of the Zhengzhou-Wangshu high-speed rail line is 98%, currently the highest in China. However, in addition to the bridges and tunnels, they also face another challenge, which is the ecological and environmental protection.
郑渝高铁呢，它沿线这个因为临近长江，所以它这个环境敏感区还挺多的。 大概有30余处，主要包括自然保护区、风景名胜区、地质公园、饮用水水源保护区等。全线绕避了20余处的敏感区，最后我们穿越的敏感区只有几处。我们通过优化施工设计，比如说巫山、大凌河双线大桥设计的时候，我们没有设置水中墩。
A big thanks to all the engineers that made this railway line possible. Wow, and imagine the effort that was put into this. It's really changed the lives of a lot of people in this region. It's made trains faster, it made logistical lines faster, and it's also saved time and money for people moving forward. The opening of the high-speed railway will also profoundly impact the regional economy and the industrial adjustment in Chongqing, a mountain city located at the node of the Yangtze River Economic Belt and the Belt and Road Initiative. It's departure time. Let's hit the rails.